All right, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live Morning Edition. Let's get ready for Monday action. How about that? But before we get to that, Glenn, another dramatic win for the San Francisco Giants.
You know me well enough now, Eric, that I usually am not at a loss for words. And I dare say I can say the same about you.
Yep.
I don't know what to do, man. I'm losing my mind here. What a start to the year. I'm hanging out at Oracle Park, sellout crowds on the weekend. The city is abuzz with baseball. Not what I expected, but I'll tell you what, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look at this. Not only is it another win, it's a second sweep in a row. You swept the freaking Houston Astros, come home, you sweep the Seattle Mariners. And look, Seattle Mariners got a damn good rotation. Giants were able to take care of business, right? And now we're going to get ready to go up against the Reds. I mean, look at this. You're starting the season 8-1. They're now currently first place in the NL West, dude.
I was there at the ballpark. I know you caught the action live on the tube. Hope it did as much justice. It was an exciting. This is our first time back since opening day, man. What a day it was! Of course, picking up the brooms.
Yeah, I know. Again,
2 sweeps.
Crazy.
We got a chance to sweep this home series, Eric. We're going to be playing Cincinnati later today, but the Mariners won yesterday 5-4. Eric, we're going to take a look at the stats, and all I can say is, and I hope you agree, they're not just, you can watch a ball game, Eric, and hey, we won today. They're doing it with magic, something magical about the way they're winning.
Using the word magic. All right, yeah, maybe. It's possible here in the beginning of the season. It's crazy, man. But it's
beautiful.
Fun. But it's fun. That's the key,
beautiful.
right?
Everybody's contributing. You're going to see that in the box score again.
Here we go. There's your final. Giants walk it off, as a matter of fact. They beat the Seattle Mariners 5-4 with some heroics from your guy, Wilmer Flores. We'll get into it. Seattle, again, had 4 runs on 11 hits. They out-hit the Giants. Giants got 5 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. That error kind of being well, whatever. It is what it is. Doval gets the win, right? And Santos gets the loss. All right, let's take a look at the box score. Top of the order again. Wade not doing too much. I mean, at least he got on base. He did draw a walk, had 2 strikeouts. Again, he's had a couple of flashes, but we want that consistency, right?
That's something I don't think you're going to see from him. I have been kind of hard riding him there. I don't think Wade is going to be a consistent ball player. A lot of people seem to be high on him, saying he gets on base. Well, he better start getting on base. He's going to lose a spot in the lineup here, Eric.
Yeah, true. And
here's my early prediction. Here's my early prediction. Think of it what you will. We talked about it on the hot corner last night. Wade Jr. doesn't start pulling up his suspenders, snapping them tight, Eric. You could see Wilmer moving over to first base because they sure as hell aren't taking his bat into the lineup. And maybe we'll get a closer look at your boy, Matos, in the DH spot. Maybe if you're going to get production, there it is.
That could be a possibility. I think they give Wade a lot more rope, though. I think, it's just the way it's going to be. Again, it's early, right? I mean, we keep saying that. I mean, it's true. It's still early. So let's see what happens with Wade. But again, if he continues to struggle, they may have to make a change there. Adames had 1 hit with 1 run scored. Lee, another multiple hit day today. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think he hit another double as well.
Look at the batting average.
Yep, batting average. Yeah, absolutely. Chapman, same way. Granted, he didn't come through today with no hits, but he's still swinging a good bat. Same thing with Ramos. He had 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 run scored.
Ramos is silently producing every day too, Eric.
Yes.
Ramos silently just getting the job done. Blue collar type of player.
I like how he went the other way today. That was really nice. Yastrzemski with the big hit today, 3-run jack. Opposite field at that with Mike Yastrzemski. Matos, again, did a decent day today. Had 1 hit. Bailey, no hits. Koss, no hits. And then Flores, the hero of the day, pinch hits for Koss and was able to go to right field, was able to score that run from second base. Luis Matos was running around the bases, and they were able to walk it off. All right.
Now, Eric, before we get to the pitching, let's get it out of the way. Clean the table with this. I know your guy is Matos.
Mm-hmm.
He was on base. I have to give the play of the game, the shout out to Victor Robles
Yeah,
and
that
his
was tough.
Spider-Man. I don't know what more to call it, a Spider-Man-esque move. He made the catch if you saw it out in right field yesterday, Eric. Talk about he takes one for the team, makes the catch, but holy crap, did he crack that wrist?
Dude, I thought he broke his freaking back. Did you see him? He bent. I mean, I thought that was, but then when he came up with his arm, I was like, oh, what was the final? Was it not final, but did he actually break his wrist, or was his forearm or his shoulder?
I don't know. As of this morning, I haven't had an update, Eric, but I do know, as you do, he got pulled from the gate. He got lifted, rightly so. Dude, he made the catch. That is, dude,
that was huge.
Plays of the year right there.
That was crazy.
He's getting a lot of ESPN time with that one. Wow.
Yeah,
thought it was an amazing catch. All right, let's take a look at the pitching. Just wanted to get that up.
Jordan Hicks had a decent. He went 5 1/3. Look, that home plate umpire today was rough. I shouldn't say today. Yesterday, it was rough. That guy's zone was all over the place, and both pitchers had to deal with that. Both Brian Rue and
it is what it is. Don't pull a Dave Fleming on me here.
It is.
Come on.
No, it's true. I saw it. I was watching it, man. It was bad.
I know.
It wasn't one of these, if you want to say on the borderline, it was blatant. It was bad. Anyways, he allowed 3 runs, only 1 walk, had 5 strikeouts, allowed 2 home runs.
Are you afraid? And I don't want to. Maybe afraid is the wrong choice of words here, Eric. But starting pitcher Hicks, look at those numbers. Is that what you expect? Night in, night out from him? Is that what we get from Hicks? Those kind of numbers, serving up.
I think he could have gone longer. I think he could have gone longer. Again, he had to throw a lot of pitches because of said umpire. Yeah. So no, that's fine, dude. If he goes 6 innings every day, or I should say every outing, and he only allows 3 runs, I'm happy with that. Now you're in the game, man. I got no issues with that whatsoever.
All right, just wondering about the numbers. It's early in the season, but
hey, I'm okay with that.
Not a bad outing. Look at the ERA, 2.38. Can't complain with that.
Exactly, because his first game he didn't give up any runs. Rodriguez again comes in for 2/3 of an inning, gets it done as usual. Tyler Rogers, clean inning. Eric Miller comes in, gave up 2 hits, but again limited to damage. And then Doval, we talked quite a bit about him on the Hot Corner. And the guy walked 2, allowed 1 earned run. Again, you can't sit there and allow guys that just arbitrarily just take bases at will.
I don't know what to make of him. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. The ball.
I don't know. That's a great question.
How much of a leash does he get this year?
I think he gets a leash. I mean, they're going to work with him, of course, but let's see where it goes, because that is something that needs to be addressed. If he's going to be a high leverage pitcher, especially late in the game, he's going to have to reduce those steals, because
you got to be consistent.
It's a given. If a guy comes
on, he's very inconsistent.
He lets a guy get on base, and then it's off to the races. So they got to
exactly. Good. Well said, Eric. Well said.
All right, let's see what we got going on for today's action. Look at that.
Good morning, everybody. We got a busy slate again today, Eric.
Yeah, look at that. You got New York in Detroit. 12-10 stop, almost high noon. You got Carlos Rodon going for the Yankees, and taking the ball for the Detroit Tigers is Casey Mize.
You got Matthew Liberatore and Carmen Medzynski. St. Louis is in Pittsburgh today. That one really doesn't tickle my fancy. The next one, I don't know. There are a lot of weird. I think the Toronto-Boston game is going to be my pick to click. But what's up next?
Yeah, you got, as you said, the Dodgers have traveled back east, going to face off the Washington Nationals. Dustin May will be the starting pitcher for the Dodgers. And for the Nationals, you got Mackenzie Gore, who's actually having a decent start of the season.
Jays are in Boston. I'll tell you what, that's an American League matchup. I'm going to be catching a bit of the action this afternoon, Eric, as the Jays send Easton Lucas to the hill. He had a hell of a debut. He'll take on Richard Fitz at Fenway Park today. I'm picking the Blue Jays. Some of our loyal fans, people who tune in, said, I want a pick to click every day from you and Eric. That's my pick to click. Blue Jays win it on the road at Fenway. Mark it down.
You know what I think? I think Boston wins it because Boston's going to give him fits. That's what I think. Anyways, other news. Other news. With
moving right along
with Toronto. Big news. Vlad Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays have come to an agreement. 14 years, $500 million extension for that young man. He is set for life. Let's see how it pans out for the Blue Jays. Again, 14 years for that guy. So interesting.
14. It's a long contract, Eric. I think they got a steal. I think they got a steal.
Yeah, they might have.
I'm surprised. Are you surprised he didn't? I mean, he didn't leverage free agency, dude.
I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised.
But maybe he's happy. Born in Canada, Canadian.
That's fine.
I'm just staying here.
Yeah, maybe. That's possible.
Somebody said on Hot Corner last night on our show, they said, that's surprising. Pay a lot of taxes in Canada. Eric, if I make $500 million, I can live with it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
you make that type of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be poor anytime soon.
Miami's been surprising me, Eric.
Yeah, they've been playing some decent ball. Yep.
Yeah.
You got Miami facing off against the New York Mets in New York.
Yep.
Our buddies Mark and Armand are big Mets fans.
Oh,
Kodai Senga will be going for the Mets. And for the Miami Marlins, you got Valente Belozo, I think. Belozo? Yeah, close enough.
Palazzo. I don't know. Come on, man. We're Giants
close
fans.
Enough.
We're just doing our best early in the morning. Jeez, I haven't had my coffee yet. Minnesota's in Kansas City. Always a great day for baseball in KC. Why? I have no idea. We got Richardson and Lorenzen pitching. Lorenzen, remember him last year? He was a Royal, then he was a Ranger. Now he's back with the Royals. This will be his second start, I believe, of the season.
He was in Philly as well.
Yeah. Start.
Yep. Texas at Chicago. This should be a good matchup. Both teams are playing some really good baseball. Again, this is going to be a 4:40 start. Going for the Rangers, you got Evaldi, who is arguably their ace right now. Justin Steele will be taking the ball for the Chicago Cubs. Should be a fun one in Chicago, man.
Zach is taking on Zachary today. Isn't that cool? Zach Eflin and Zachary Gallen. Baltimore's at Arizona in a 6:40 start. What do we got? Nice. We got another West. Look at this West Coast matchup. What are the Mariners going to do rebounding from the weekend in San Francisco?
Well, I tell you what. It's a good rebound because they got their ace. Logan Gilbert is going for the Seattle Mariners. Houston, again, this game will be played back in Seattle. Hayden Wesneski. He actually did decent against the Giants. He's a young guy. Matter of fact, I think it was wasn't it his debut? I can't remember. Anyways, if it was, I remember one of those guys had a patch. I can't remember who it was. But that should be a fun pitching matchup there in Seattle. Again, Logan Gilbert, he's an ace, so it's going to be a tough time for the Houston Astros.
San Diego, they'll be in Sacramento. Tomatoes today. And you know what? I had Luis Severino, the former Yankee. I had him in my fantasy league. He's got a couple of decent starts. His first one on the road in Seattle was magnificent. He's at home tonight against Michael King, but I had to get him off my fantasy team because there's something about I think the ball is traveling. I think you're going to see big numbers, especially as the weather warms up in Sacramento. I dare say we're going to see some magical numbers on the board. San Diego A's, I think it's going to be high scoring. But Eric, I thought I'd leave the best to last. What do we got tonight? I know what's going on because I already got my tickets. I'm going to be there. But tell the folks at home what we got going on at Oracle.
Yeah, it's going to be a rematch of the very first game of the season. Cincinnati Reds will be visiting our San Francisco Giants.
What a pitching matchup.
6:45. It's exactly the same pitching matchup that it was for opening day, right? It was Hunter Green versus Logan Webb. Look, if the Giants are going to win, it's going to be tough. Maybe
need Webb to have a great day. But Hunter Green, for those who don't know,
he's good.
That guy's a flamethrower.
He's good. And I'm going to tell you, maybe the Giants need to just wait him out. Let him throw a lot of pitches. If you try to get him out of the game early, get to their bullpen. That's what the Giants had success against him in Cincinnati, was able to get to the bullpen. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the key. It's going to be tough. We'll see. Again, Giants are on that 6-game win streak. Can they continue and can they?
Why can't they? Why can't they?
Why exactly? Now we're getting to that point of why can't they, right?
Not the way they're playing. Before we wrap it up, Eric, can you bring the stats back up? I think it's that time of the season. We've got enough games in. Let's take a quick peek at the standings in the National League Western Division.
You want to look at the standings already?
Because things are tightening up, and I think we have someone sitting atop the perch today. So we start a brand new week. Who's sitting atop the perch in the National League West, Eric?
How about that? The San Francisco Giants, man.
Hey, I said it late last week. I said, Eric, look, hard to believe we were 6-1. 6-1 and we were in third place. But I said, if we can hang around, you know, you're going to lose a game here and there, but if we can hang around, look at that. Now the Dodgers are 9-2, Padres 8-2. The proof is in the pudding. The Giants have a better team than you and I predicted, and that looks good, Eric.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if it can. Hey, it's early. You're going to look,
Yep.
There's going to be a time where they're going to be in the doldrums. That happens. It's a baseball season, man. It's a marathon. So you're going to have times where it's going to kind of stink. But the good thing is you're stacking up those wins right now. You're stacking them up early, right? So you got some buffer. So if you fall on hard times, you've got a little bit of buffer there. Look.
All of those teams, Padres,
yes.
Dodgers, you know, there's a little leeway for them. But, hey, don't kid yourself, Eric. I came in pretty strong on the show last night. I said, don't kid yourself. We're going to have hard times before the season's out.
Oh, yeah, it happens. So it's a baseball season.
When you're in a division with the Padres and Dodgers, dude, a win's a win. You got to take them when you can get them.
Yep. And look, the Dodgers are going to go through a slump. Everybody goes through a slump, man. That just happens.
I think we just saw their biggest slump. They lost 2 to Philadelphia. That may be a slump for them.
Yeah. Right.
All right. I'm going to be at the ballpark tonight. I saw did you see in the little widget there? $8 tickets. They must be selling them in the grand, the outfield bleachers.
Yeah, maybe bleacher seats.
I didn't pay $8 for mine, dude, for this big matchup tonight. This pitching matchup, I paid a hell of a lot more for my tickets. I'm going to be there, and I'll join you tonight after Giant Sports Talk Live, probably in progress. Better late than never, but I'm going to be there. Eric, you're back at Master Control. Eric, take us out of here this morning. I'm ready for ball.
Yeah, let's go, man. And we'll see you guys tonight shortly after the first pitch. Should be a lot of fun. Let's do it again. All right, guys, be good. Have a good Monday. See ya.